Good morning. Um, Happy Saturday. 1st of August. How do you like that? Um, we made it through July, and now we're at the last month of the summer. I mean, not technically, right? Summer is still in September, but that's not. It doesn't feel like it. That's summer. Summer's big ends in September, in my opinion. So it looks like we definitely got some rain, but it looks like I'm really going to get a lot of rain next week. So um, I guess that'll be good for the gardens. We'll see how much there is. Um, um, I don't really have too much to say today. I don't think. I think it's a first, right? Well, some days there's just not as much going on. I haven't been thinking about um, as many things as some days. Um, so today, I think we're just going to reflect on our past classes and the good thoughts that we've had, you know the big thoughts we've had in other classes, and we'll just go through a practice. So part of all of this is just um, sticking with it, right? That doesn't mean every time we practice or every time we do anything, we're trying to, do our yoga, right? Live our yoga. Well, living it means you're going to have good days, you're going to have rough days, days where it's fun, um, days where it feels easy, and days where um, nothing feels easy. And everything's a struggle, not just your yoga. Um, but we do it anyway because that's the discipline, right? Um, we make a mistake when we think uh, there's something punitive or um, painful about the discipline of practice, right? So the practice itself isn't punitive, right? We don't hurt ourselves in the practice. We take it easy if we need to. We don't, try to, you know, there's no, we don't do the like no pain, no gain, right? There's no um, aspect of physical um, overuse or pain in the practice. We don't want that. We definitely want you to be working at, a comfortable level for yourself. But, the flip side, right, is that you have to do it a lot. And you have to do it when you don't feel like it. And you have to do it um, when you feel bored or uh, just whatever. Um, when we choose this path, um, there's really no turning back, right? You can, right? You could just stop. You could just stop doing it. But I would be surprised if you didn't come back. If you didn't feel like you're missing something or something is gone from your life without it. Um, so we stick with it, and that's where the growth happens when um, we talk. Tapas is something that we speak about in yoga, which is that heat that we build internally. And what that heat does is it really burns up. And you know in yoga philosophy, we talk about this idea of karma, which is what we create from our actions, right? The end result. Um, when we are working in kind of a small way. Um, so when we're doing stuff for ourselves, when we are just going about our daily life, we're accumulating karma. I mean, everybody does it, right? Tapas burns that karma. It destroys some of that. So when we do stuff that build tapas, right? Things that um, where we are. I mean, you could almost say building tapas is no pain, no gain, right? Because it's not a physical pain, but it's asking something of you, right? It takes effort. It takes jumping, beyond where you're maybe comfortable. You may be comfortable not to just like, nah, that seems hard. I don't want to do that. It's boring. I'd rather just sleep. When you make the choice not to do that, you're building some tapas. So tapas is, I guess, maybe the best way to define it is when you doing something for the good of, well, good of yourself, but also for something greater than yourself, right? When we are doing things for other people, when we are doing service, when we're doing things in line with the universe, what the universe is expecting of us, we're also doing that. So um, it's good for you. But that doesn't mean it's easy. Some days it's hard, and today feels harder than some for me. So that's fine. We're just gonna uh, move into practice and just see what happens. Okay. So asana. Sitting up tall, relax the shoulders and the neck. Find your breath. So we do a lot of this practice. It's a lot of the same types of things. We do it over and over and over again. We build that muscle memory, but we're also building um, a memory into the body of the pose so that it isn't so hard. We can move through a practice without, your body pretty much knows what you need to do. You don't have to put a lot of effort into it. You can just do the practice. One more breath. Then chin down toward the chest. Let the head hang. Moving around, big circles. One way and then coming back the other direction. Moving back to center. Lean forward and move around. One way, the other. Up to your seat, arms wide. Deep breath in, exhale, hands together. Inhale, arms wide. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Interlace the fingers. Lift the hands. Gaze up. And then arms down by your side. Inhale, lift. Lower. Lift. And lower. Once more, lifting up. And then we're going to bring left hand down, reach across with the right. Switch sides. And back up. Lift the shoulders, roll back. And then forward. Right hand on left knee. Bring your left arm behind. We're going to sit up tall. Take a deep breath. And then twisting to the left. Back to center. Twisting to the right. And back to center. Tabletop. Sitting back on the heels. Back to tabletop. Inhale, lower the belly, lift the head. Then reversing that, lifting up the body. Can be small or big movements, up to you. Finishing up, back to neutral spine, and then we're going to sit back on the heels again. This time, maybe bring the knees a little wider, if that's possible. Stack the fists and rest the head, or just rest the head on the hands. Breathe. Moving back up. Tabletop to downward dog. Walk the feet up to the hands. Take a few breaths here. Relax. Rising up slowly. Standing tall, deep breath in and out. Maybe lift the shoulders, roll them back. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold.
Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right foot steps back. Drop the knee, arms overhead. Hands down to the mat, stepping back. Downward dog. Inhale, high plank. And then lower down. Inhale, lift, head and chest. Lower. Inhale, lift. And lower. Once more, lifting up head and chest. Or if you want, you can come up. Upward dog. And then moving back, ending up in your downward dog. Take another breath. And then we're going to step right foot up. Drop the knee on the left, arms overhead. And then hands down to the mat. Step the back foot up. Fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Back to mountain. Breath in and breath out. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, stepping back with the left. Drop the knee, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the mat, stepping back. Downward dog. Inhale, moving to high plank. And then lowering down. Inhale, lift, head and chest, lower. Inhale, lift, lower. Once more, inhale, lifting up, head and chest, or upward dog. Moving into your downward dog. Take one more breath. On the exhale, we're stepping the left foot up. Drop the knee on the right, arms overhead. And then hands to the mat, step the back foot up, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Lifting on the inhale, arms overhead. And back to mountain. Breath in and breath out. Inhale. Hold on. practice this before I begin. I don't know. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, we're stepping back with the left. Press down with both feet. Lifting up. Warrior one. Take another breath. On the exhale, we're going to bring the hands down to the mat, folding over the right leg. So if you're not all the way down on the mat, maybe you're just up here. And again, we're just folding over, working to maybe straighten this right knee to some degree. Just working through that stretch. And then we're going to walk the hands around, turn the foot. So we're facing side of the mat. You can keep your hands on the mat or the floor, maybe a block if you want. Keep breathing. And then we're going to bring the right hand to center, either on the mat or on a block, or, if you're up further, then maybe just hands at the waist. Deep breath in, and then we're twisting to the left. Back to center. Same thing, other side, take a breath. Twisting. Back to center. Let's just keep breathing here. Keep that weight in the front part of the feet. Hands back to the waist. Engage that strength in your legs to lift you up. Breath in, breath out. If you feel lightheaded, remember, just bring your hands up over your head. We're going to walk the feet in a little bit and turn. So you're facing the front of the mat. Right leg is out, left leg behind. Have some space here between the legs. And then let's grab a hold of your wrist here. So you might stay here, or you can walk the hands up. Maybe the forearms, maybe getting up toward the elbows. Kind of relax the shoulders so they can come back some. When you've got that, however it's going to be, take a deep breath. And we're going to fold over that right leg. Let your head hang. Press down with the right foot. We're rising up. Release the hands. Back foot steps up. Arms overhead. Back to mountain. Take a breath. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, stepping back with the right. Press down with both feet and lift up. Warrior one. One more breath, and then hands down for warrior two. So whatever we did on the one side, we'll do on this. Folding over that left leg. Walk the hands around. Turn the feet so we're facing the side again. We got hands back on the mat. Breathe. And then you can grab a hold of the toes here with a yogi toe lock, or you could get the ankles, or whatever you can reach. We're going to inhale, kind of lengthening through the back, and then on the exhale, we're pulling whatever we've got a hold of, pulling on the leg or the toe, and kind of drawing the body down closer. Just going within your range of motion, right? Not pushing too hard, not straining anything. Just seeing where the boundaries are today. And then releasing whatever you had here, hands back to the waist, rising up slowly. Breath in, breath out. We're going to walk the feet in a bit, right? So we're getting to Malasana, that squat pose. So got hands together, feet apart. Take a breath, and then bend your knees, lower down. Take one more breath. And then we're rising up. Hands by your side, turn so we're facing the front. Left leg is out, right leg behind. And again, we're going to bring the hands behind. And then whichever wrist you grabbed before, try grabbing the other one. Okay? And walk the hands back that way. It will feel different. Take a deep breath. And then we're folding over. And lifting back up. Back foot steps up. Arms overhead. And back to mountain. Breath in. And breath out. Great. So let's work on some balance. Coming from mountain, let's just lift up the right knee. Foot is flexed. Knee is up around the height of the hip. Breathe. And then set the foot down. Switch sides. So shift the weight onto the other side, the right side, before you lift up the leg. And set the foot down. Bicycle legs. We're going to step out into Warrior 3. Take your breath. And then stepping out with the left foot. We're going to shift that weight again. And then lifting up. So you might just be lifting a little. Oops. You might be running into the wall. Lifting a little and leaning a little. Trying to keep yourself in line. It's really up to you how far you go. Right? You might not feel too steady today. I'm not feeling real steady on this side. So we just stay where we are. That's fine. Breathe. One more breath. And then set the foot down. This time we're going to do the right. So stepping out with the right. Leaning forward. Lifting the back leg. Finding that steadiness. Breathe. One more. And then set the foot down. Bicycle out the legs. And we're going to move back, top of the mat. Arms overhead for a deep breath. Exhale, hands together. Inhale, flat back. And then stepping back to downward dog. Inhale, moving forward to high plank. Let's hold here for a breath. And then lower down. Head turns to the right. Arms by your side. Relax and breathe. Bringing your head to center. Hands are by your side. Flip the palms. Tops of the feet resting on the mat. And then we're going to lift up, head and chest. Lift the arms, lift the legs. Lower down. Head turns left. Bring your head back to center. We're going to bring the arms out in front. Rest one forearm on top of the other. And then we're going to rest the forehead on top of the arms. We're going to start lifting up the head and the chest, the arms together, and also lift the legs. Lower down. Just relax for a few breaths. Moving back up. Tabletop to child's pose. And then tabletop to downward dog. Step the feet up and come on down to a seat. Soles of the feet together. Take a deep breath in. And then just leaning forward here. And breathe. Both legs out in front. Deep breath. Arms up overhead and then fold forward on your exhale. Come on back up. And we're going to sit up tall. Bring the palms right by your hips here. Press the hands down. Sitting up tall. Deep breath in. And then we're bending the knees. Soles of the feet to the mat. We're going to lower down or rock back. However you get there. Or resting on the mat. Take a few breaths here. Just bump the knees together. Feet to the outer edge of the mat. And then let's bring the soles of the feet together. Knees apart. Bring the knees back up. We're going to bring right ankle on top of the left knee. You might stay here or maybe bring that left thigh in, drawing it close to the body. And set everything back down. Switch sides. That left ankle on the knee and right leg coming in close to the body, if possible. And then set both feet down. We're going to bring the heels in close, hands by your side. for your bridge. Feet are about hip width apart, so not super wide. And then we're going to press down, hands and feet, lifting up the hips. Lower down. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. And relax. You can always do a supported bridge in place of that if you have a day where you think that is going to be more suitable for you. Maybe bring the hands up over the head. Bringing these together. We'll hug them into the chest. Rock side to side. And then arms out to a T or goalpost arms. We keep the shoulders on the mat while we lower both knees over to the right. Moving back to center. Then we send the knees to the left. Back to center with the knees. Extend them straight up. You've got hands by your side, palms resting on the mat. And then lowering down. Resting on the mat. Keep the breath going. Notice sensations in the body. See how everything's doing at this point. Hopefully everything feels pretty good. Notice thoughts that may arise and just let them go. Don't focus on anything in particular. Feel yourself resting on the mat. You feel yourself supported by the mat. It's usually kind of a heavy feeling at first, right? Just let the body relax, sinking down into the mat. But then that kind of moves into a lighter feeling, right? When we feel supported, when we feel at rest, we don't need to work hard. We don't need to have everything on alert, have the body tight. We can just ease into this. So when you're ready, beginning to move a bit, fingers and toes, hands and feet. And we're going to make our way up to a seat. Hands together, deep breath in and out. Thank you for coming this morning for yoga, for taking some time out of your morning and coming to your mat day after day. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste. Thank you for doing yoga. We're going to move right into meditation. Find something comfortable to sit on if you want, or sitting up in a chair is fine too. We're just going to find that nice upright posture, shoulders relaxed, giving yourself lots of room to breathe. You don't want to be hunched over, sitting up tall. Close the eyes. Let the breath be just a natural breath, but we're breathing deeply, right? So as you move through the meditation, your breath may change some. It may become a little shorter or a little less intense, right? As we sit still, we actually need less oxygen, right, than when we're moving around, talking, things like that. So it's fine for things to slow down a little bit. So as we're breathing, we're focusing on that space in front of the closed eyes, that empty space where the thoughts, images move across. Not getting caught up in those pictures or thoughts, but just looking for that quiet space between them.
Okay, so opening your eyes and coming back to everything. So how is that? I find that it's hard. Um, the more you think that getting carried away with your thoughts, you know, that will actually pass the time quicker, but it doesn't. That's actually what stretches the time out, right? So the more you're thinking about different things, or you start to go, gosh, how long is this going to be, right? How much longer? Then your perception of the time stretches, right? The time is the same. It's not, time doesn't actually change, but our perception of it changes. So even though you might think that having those thoughts is going to pass the time, it actually stretches it. So keep, discard those thoughts, stay focused on that blank space, and that 5 minutes will seem like nothing, like a few seconds have gone by. At least some days that's how it works. All right. Well, I'm not going to be here tomorrow. I will be here Monday. And I hope you have a good rest of the weekend.